Good morning and welcome to Jen's Awesome Show. I'm here with Vicky and we are going to talk a bit about the uplift and life in general in the real world and see what we can learn. So how did you hear about the Uplift World?
Yes, when I read this question, I had to think quite a lot because it's definitely first I've learned about Vex, then it was NFTs, and then Uplift. But in which way, I don't know. Probably it was a live stream from CryptoStash and Ken Bozak. They were talking about Uplift, so I think that's the way.
Okay, neat. I wasn't, it was probably when I was just learning about the Uplift and unaware that everybody was talking about us. So how long have you been playing Minecraft for?
Yes, I've been playing Minecraft for about 7 or more years, but with a big gap between these years. First, it was like just trying and don't understanding the whole hype around this game. Then it was a family game. We had a YouTube channel with my son. We were playing, and it was really fun. And now he's a teenager, and he has no big interest in Minecraft anymore. But still, he likes to play with me sometimes, and he helps me a lot. It's such an interesting progress.
Definitely. What is your son's name?
His name is Dennis.
Dennis. Okay. And how old is Dennis?
He's now 14 years old.
Okay. Excellent. That's a good age to be hanging out together and playing.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's true.
So are
it's not easy with teenagers. It's not easy with teenagers.
Super true.
It was much easier. Yeah.
Super true.
Yeah.
Are you both builders, or do you have different ways of playing, or?
Yes, it is quite interesting also. So we both started and tried different roles. So we were farmers, we were miners, we were explorers, and after a couple of years, there was more like I was a builder and he was explorer, and.
Okay.
He likes this, yes, and he likes this all redstone stuff. So he likes to try new mechanisms. He also always builds these moving doors and farms, and he always tries something new when update comes. He's the first one to try all new things. So yeah, he's all about innovation, and I'm all about building and farming, I think.
Okay. That's an interesting one. So tell me a little bit about where you're from.
I was born in a country that no longer exists.
Okay.
And I currently live in Munich, Germany. And
Okay.
so I have two sons. So my second son was born here in Germany, and it's been quite a lot. So we've been here so more than 10 years already, and we could say it's our new home now. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So I'm curious now too. I visited Germany about 10 years after the Berlin Wall came down, and there seemed to be still quite a difference between the East and the West. Is that still very much an obvious thing, or is it kind of shifting toward equality?
Um, you can, when you travel, you can see this difference. And for example, our children, they learn this history at school, and there's also in Berlin this memorial and museum and the people remember this part of history, and they definitely learned something from that. And we live in south in Bavaria, Bayern, and we have this solidarity tax, and so it makes so we pay a part of our income to make the Germany more more or less. I don't think it's equal, but to help some countries to rebuild the infrastructure, maybe some other things. Yes, so yes, you can see this difference still after so many years.
Okay, well, that is interesting. I'm always curious to know how that plays out in the long term. Um, yeah, that is definitely interesting. There's similar situation in Canada. We have the equalization payments, so the provinces that make more money send some over to the provinces that have less, and it supposedly equalizes everything. It often tends to
It's
go one way and
interesting.
not the other, but it's interesting. Yeah. Um, where am I here?
So, can I
So
ask you something?
yeah,
So, I've heard you playing with your kids too. Yes.
yes. Oh
How
yeah.
old are your kids? And
Well,
uh, yeah,
it's an
continue, please.
interesting one. My son is 8 and loves to hunt all the monsters. That's his thing. He isn't so big on building. He certainly can, but I don't think it's his great love by any stretch. My daughter is about to be 6, and she loves building. And if you ever are wandering around and find a crazy cat lady house, it's probably hers. So she likes the cats
Funny.
and having more pet cats than she can
That's
hang on to and keep track of. That's her thing. So I'd I would I would bet that, give a couple months and he'll be king of Nemesis and she'll have a zoo. So that's kind of where that's
wow.
at. But yeah,
That's a good
yep.
project to be.
Yeah, wildly
And
different from the stuff that I do. I mean, most of the stuff I do is bright and colorful and, full of artsy stuff, and that's not what either of them are interested in. So it's interesting.
but you can also guess Jen's style. Yes, this unicorn and lots of
Mhm.
colors and interesting buildings. So yes, I visited this London plot, and I could easily guess which one, which is, or it wasn't London. Uh, I don't know. So yes, but it was very colorful and funny. So I thought it was probably Jen's.
Often, yep. I have seen a couple other rainbows, but they're few and far between. So you have some land over in Chicken Caw. Do you have land anywhere
Yes.
else? Okay.
No, but I hope I will get some.
Okay.
I have a chance to have a land in Switzerland. This from Air Planet, uh,
Yeah,
but 5 million ether. It's quite a lot
that's a
in
lot.
that
Yeah,
moment.
it sure is. Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm now between this hodling either buying land or making new materials. It's always a hard choice for me. So yeah,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
someday I'll get some.
Do you have a preference as to creative or survival?
um I like creative more because I like to build things. In survival is more than running from mobs and making your place like you know a fort, so no one can enter, no one can damage everything. I like it more not so complicated, but more creative.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can understand that. I'm still trying to figure out the whole building a creative thing in a survival world, and mobs are coming on Wednesday, so that's going to change absolutely everything. There will
Oh,
there will be no
yeah.
more fun times at night. No more running around in the hills at nighttime. It'll be very, very different. But yeah, I
Hmm.
don't know. It's interesting. Um, if you and your son could plan an event in Chicken Kaw, what would it be?
Uh, I think it will be definitely a race in cards.
Okay.
And he loves with this idea about Ready Player One, which is upcoming in our chicken car. He loves the movies and the book and all this future stuff. He likes to play VR too, and yeah, so I think if he would plan something, it would be also something this futuristic and interesting. Yeah, there was lots of action.
Okay. Definitely. Yeah. Well, we have something in the works that I think he'll be quite pleased with. I unfortunately can't tell you very much about it. It's super top secret, but it's going to be a ton of fun once that's all ready to go.
Yeah,
Um,
I have seen and heard some sneak peeks and
yeah,
about underground racing or something like that, and it makes me so excited.
it's going to be really nifty. I'm still trying to wrap my head around how it all gets put together in the end. It's a wonderful vision, and it's an interesting challenge to build, but yeah, I think it's going to live up to the hype, which is pretty impressive. So, if you could make a really big mess with no repercussions, no budget, no cleanup, and no responsibility, what would you do and why?
Is it about Minecraft?
It could
Or
be
is it
anything,
about...
absolutely anything. I've had people answer that they would mess up the political systems. I've had like if it were me, I would take my house apart and rebuild it with chunks of art. It
Wow,
could be absolutely anything.
massive. Yeah, I think it would be a great party. So I'll hire island somewhere, a big island, and I would invite all my friends from my native country, from my all my German friends, and make it just a big party. Maybe for a week or a month, maybe a year. I don't know, but it will be like a local Ibiza or something. I think.
That sounds
uh,
fun.
yeah, I think it's because of the lockdown. I haven't seen my family for a long time, my friends. Uh, the most interesting things were just, I don't know, going out to park or forest.
Yeah,
um, so that's escalated to this vision of a big party and big gathering.
absolutely. What has the lockdown been like in your part of the world?
Oh, it's like we don't talk about that.
Oh boy.
Just
Uh
kidding. Just kidding.
huh.
Yeah, it was around a year. um,
Yeah.
yeah, everything was closed. Schools, kindergartens, and shops. Yes, definitely, it was a hard year. And sometimes it was like, should we go outside or should we stay inside? Um, is it safe there? So it was in one time not a lot of information, and from the other side it was too much information. And
Hmm.
we just decided for ourselves that we will stay inside for a couple of days. Then it was weeks, and it was months. So
Hmm.
and yes, the whole Europe was closed, and you couldn't travel, and it is much more better right now, but still you feel this pressure, so you have to make this I don't know uh, how it's called, but the word. Um, so yes, you have to be safe to travel, and you still have these worries. Is it really safe? Should I do that? Should I wait a little bit more? So yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, that's a lot of where we're at too. The numbers are finally going down and staying that way at least for the current time, but there's that trepidation of if I go somewhere, is it suddenly going to spike? Is everything going to, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So it's been a whole lot of stay home and don't hang out with friends and a lot of time in the
Yeah,
uplift, meeting all sorts of interesting, wonderful people who I wouldn't have met otherwise. So I mean, there's
true.
always that too. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. This lockdown brought me to this NFT world, and it gave me uplift, and yeah, it's cool. It's a cool part
Yeah,
of it.
definitely. So, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about that I didn't?
Yes, I would like to mention that playing Minecraft with kids is a very different story, and
Yes.
it's like it's better than all these psychological trainings and books, and you already see different types of relationship with your kid. And first I was like a crazy Minecraft mom, you know. Everything must be placed in chests. You made a mess.
Mhm.
You have to clean it up. This
Yeah.
mom mode was always on, and then was like, just relax. It's just a game. You have to, if he likes to do this, so just let him do this. And the second part was, don't go there. It's dangerous. You will lost all
Yes.
your things.
Yes.
And yeah, that was very interesting to see how we manage this in game. So how we rebuild our relationship, and it was much easier in real life to take this experience and maybe take some things easier, and just to know your kid better.
Yeah, and to kind of take that and translate it into real life too. Like I know you don't want to do that thing, so don't tell me you want to do that thing. Let's just go have fun, do what you want. It's
Yeah,
different.
that's true. Yeah. And you also want to build this safe world for kids in Minecraft too, because we played
Hmm.
a lot of in public servers, and it was there was so much disappointment. You know, we have built something for weeks, and then someone brought a creeper, and
Yeah,
everything's gone. These
that's
creepers, and so
that's one of the
yeah,
things I like about what we have currently set up. There won't be any block damage. So the mobs will still be
yeah.
mobbing. The creepers can kill you, but they can't do any damage to anything you've placed. So that's a difference that
Yeah,
I
that's a good
certainly
part
appreciate.
of it.
Yeah, because otherwise, I mean, everybody would be taking creepers over to their neighbors' places, and it would just be a mess. It's not very
Yeah, there's
uplifting of
still
people.
a little bit of griefing in chicken car.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
nether.
but I'm also wondering, yeah, wondering why. Just just why you
Yeah,
have your own plot, you have your own buildings. Why have to ruin something? Yeah, it's I
that's
don't
always
get
the
it.
question. Why do we not all just get along and have
Hmm.
fun? Yeah, no, that's. I'm hoping that with mobs on that, we'll take some of that energy and give it a bit of an outlet. It takes a
Yeah,
lot of
hopefully.
effort to do something that bothers somebody. So hopefully the mobs will help with that a little
Hmm.
bit.
Yeah, and you when you build something, you just don't have to think about the material. You can use this wool, yes, instead of
Yes.
white rock, and don't have bother that someone comes with fire and burns everything. So that's also important part, and
Yeah,
this is the way it should be.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Well,
and
so what are you grateful for right now?
yeah, the first of all, I'm grateful for my family, and I'm grateful for the country I live in, and for all these possibilities that modern technology brings. Internet, NFTs, cryptocurrency. I see this futuristic future with so for me it's very interesting and with lots of possibilities and also much safer, so that's why I'm grateful for.
Excellent. I'm grateful that it's summer and lovely outside and cold in my basement. And I'm also grateful I'm
Thanks.
getting my second vaccine today, so that's a relief, at least for me. Then
Hmm.
it's just waiting for the kids, and that's going to be a bit of a wait, but that's okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
nice.
thank you for joining me. This has been a lot of fun, and we should catch up again in, a little bit of time and see how things have changed. What's different, what's new,
Yeah,
and
totally agree.
possibly get some
uh,
reaction to that super top secret thing that'll be happening soon.
yeah. So I had a great time. Thanks for this conversation. It was very nice to meet you, almost in personal. And
Almost.
yeah, almost. So yeah, just not like shaking your hand or hugging you, but it feels almost the same.
Yes, this has been lovely. Thank you.
So see you next time.
Absolutely. And Jen's awesome show will be back later this week. I believe I want to say I've got something on Friday about the same time, and Saturday is no Sunday morning, really, really early. So I will be sure to put those up in the usual places beforehand on the Twitter and the Telegram, all of that, and we'll see you again soon.